What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Uber Cold Garage. In this episode, we'll be working on the radiator and the ghia. A couple things have changed since the last time you guys saw it. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. Been really busy with work and the family life, but we're getting right back into it. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them and I will get back to you, and see you guys at the end. Got a ghia update. The throttle cable was really sticky. Took it for its first drive a couple days ago. So this bracket used to sit all the way back here. So I took apart the whole throttle body, clocked that bracket a little bit different. Throttle cable's a little long, so I'll snip that off and extend it. So after I did that, the throttle pedal was a little too soft. So I found this spring, which is adjustable. It hooks up to the top of the throttle body. So now it's nice and snappy. Gives it a nice kickback. With the pedal too, it feels absolutely amazing. So I have that, move that, I have that roller down there. That'll come off because it's no longer needed. It just catches the throttle cable down there. So pull that off and throttle assembly's done. Another thing that I need to finish was I never extended the body metal down to the radiator, so it's, you know, sucking air from there instead of through the radiator. So I'll be finishing that up later tonight, and then I have to re-bleed the brakes. So after that, I'll get a driving video. So I've been driving the car around with the new cooling system. Didn't work, so it's still getting hot. So I went and bought aluminum pipes. So I'm going to be moving the radiator up to the front. The oil cooler got moved back here. I might actually change that location so then I can move my oil filter. It sits a little too low for the car. So we're going to start tearing this back apart and start moving the radiator up front. Got the intercooler out. As you can see, I have the rubber foam that's sealed all the way around the intercooler. This was my shroud that I had built. Don't mind all the dents. This was kind of just a quick see if it works. If it did, I was gonna build something a little bit more presentable and better. Obviously it didn't work because I am changing it. All the big old huge roll of tape that you saw me pull off this thing was kind of just a way to see if I could seal it up a little bit better, see if that helped, and it did not. So we will be taking this shroud out and moving the radiator up front. it's all empty back here now. Got everything out. Kind of remembered that I never really showed anybody my turbo setup. So it comes out of the headers there, up into the turbo. It's got a 44 millimeter external wastegate, just an eBay 62 millimeter turbo. Nothing fancy. The downpipe and then the screamer pipe dumps out down there. Comes out of the turbo, around into the intercooler, down. You got a blow-off valve there, and then it goes into the intake. So nice and simple. Nothing fancy about it at all. I'll spend the money and get all the actual good, order a good turbo, good external wastegate, good blow-off valve later on down the line, or I might even just save it for the bug. So now that we're all empty, we'll start rearranging. Without the radiator or the oil cooler back here, I can also fit an air filter on my turbo. So I don't have to be that sketchy guy that runs a little itty bitty tiny screen on his turbo. So hopefully that'll help and save me from sucking up a bunch of stuff and rocks and dirt and all that stuff. So it's good. Well, I can kind of figure out why I didn't have brakes. I got the master cylinder out. The top ports are super dry and brittle, so they were probably sucking air. This part, is just completely destroyed. So I don't know if this master cylinder was original or not, but we're getting rid of that. Got a brand new one. I'll get that installed. This one's a disc brake master cylinder, so should pump out quite a bit more pressure. So should have some pretty good brakes after this is installed. Got the new master cylinder installed. Got all my wiring back in, lines plugged back in. The reservoir on top. Filled it up with fluid. I'll bleed the brakes here in the morning. And then we'll get to radiator stuff and putting the fuel tank back in. Got the inner cut out for the radiator to exhaust all of its heat out of. I am working on cutting out the center tunnel so then I can run my pipes through there, and I'll figure something out when I get to the back. I haven't really got that far yet, but it's moving along. Alright, so I cut out the inside of the air vents. It's really hard to see. I cut plates to cover up the fresh air side. The inside you can see all the way through, so that'll go directly into the radiator, which would be nice. And then the original horn hole is down there on the bottom, so I think this will create enough air for the radiator. If not, I will come up with something that's on the lower side of the apron there. That way it's kind of tucked away and hidden. I kind of want to keep this car incognito, so nobody really knows what it's got in it. I got my coolant pipes in through the center tunnel, and it worked out really well. On the rear side of the car, they come through the center tunnel. The hole in the tunnel will get plated with just some 2-inch holes cut in there, and then the radiator pipes back here will get finished off, and we'll be looking pretty good. The radiator is in. I got a bolt up top. I got 2 on each side. That stuff down there will get painted before it all goes together. It is not going anywhere. This thing is in there nice and solid. Now I can attach the radiator lines up here and then make a shroud to seal the radiator to the front, so then all of the air has to go through the radiator, and then I'll make another plate that comes down and connects to the gas tank. That way I don't get a bunch of hot air in the cab. Working out pretty good so far. I got the rear lines finished up. Sorry I didn't record it. It was got really late last night, really dark. Still working on the ghia outside, so not too much light. So the driver's side comes up, goes into that canister that was originally there, and the lower comes down around and into the thermostat housing. So now I can get the intercooler back in, get all this cleaned back up. I will go through and repaint everything back here after I get everything running good and driving good. I'm gonna go through and re-clean up the car, get everything nice and pretty, and make it presentable. Alright guys, that's all I have for you this week. A bug video is in the process, and that'll be coming out hopefully soon. Got quite a few things to do on it still, so we'll push forward on that, and we'll see how the ghia does. The next video hopefully will be a driving video and getting the shroud around the radiator done, and we'll see how that goes. Until next time, see you guys later. Peace out.